Hello, everyone. Welcome to Morning English. This is Colin.
Hello, everybody. This is Jen. 欢迎大家收听早安英文。
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
It's a beautiful day today.
Yeah, the skies are clear, it's not too hot, and the air seems really good.
It puts everyone into a good mood, especially we've had so much rainy days recently.
Yeah, but what does it matter? We're still stuck in the office all day.
True, but it will be the weekend soon.
And by then the weather will have changed. You mark my words. There will be terrible weather on the weekend.
Oh, you're so pessimistic. Why can't you look on the bright side of things?
Well, it's Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Murphy's Law 就是墨菲定律，对吧？会出错的事情总会出错的。I've heard this phrase before, but it's not a real law, is it?
No, but it's commonly used in the scientific community as a way of preparing.
Preparing?
Yeah, sometimes scientists just go ahead with their experiments, but if you consider Murphy's Law, then you must prepare for anything that might go wrong. They can view it as a warning to think about what problems may occur and to prepare for them.
Don't they do that anyway?
Yeah, but it's like an extra layer of preparation. There's another way we say this. Worst case scenario. This is a more official, kind of less humorous way of saying it. You will be more likely to hear it in, like kind of news reports or from official reports.
I see. Worst case scenario 就是指的最坏的可能，最糟糕的情况。So we can say that in the worst case scenario, it will rain this weekend.
Well, it doesn't really work so well for that, because a little rain is hardly serious.
Yeah, I get it. But I don't agree that it will rain. My weather app says it will be nice and I can take time to stop and smell the roses.
Ooh, good phrase. To stop and smell the roses. To take time to appreciate things in your life.
Yeah.
There are quite a few sayings involving flowers, especially roses.
I love roses. Can you tell us more today?
Sure.
那今天呢，我们就来聊一聊跟玫瑰相关的英文习语。
Okay. Do you know what it means when everything comes up roses?
Everything is beautiful?
That's actually the idea that it comes from, that roses are beautiful. But what it means is that a situation turned out really well when it was assumed to fail, or at least go poorly.
Yeah, 这个短语的意思就是说，本来可能预想的结果不是那么好，但最终呢，却非常的成功，非常的顺利。So we can say, although I didn't have time to study well, my exam came up roses.
Yeah, that's a perfect use. No one thought their relationship would last, but it came up roses.
Could we also say, no one thought their relationship would last, but they came up roses?
Yeah, it can be the situation, so in this case, the relationship, or it can be the person, and again in this case, the couple, that you can say came up roses.
Is this something a girl might say more than a guy because it's flower related? 那这个习语会不会因为是跟鲜花相关，所以女生用的会多一些呢？
That's a good question, but men and women use this equally. Actually, I think I've heard more men use it than women. Also, there's another way to say it. Smelling like a rose, but this one is used only for the person.
对 ，smelling like a rose 这个习语呢，就只能说是以人来做主语了。For example, although I didn't have time to study well, I came out of my exam smelling like a rose.
Yeah. No one thought their relationship would last, but they ended up smelling like a rose.
So we wouldn't say smelling like roses for two or more people?
Actually, you can, but mostly we don't. Either way is fine.
Okay, any more rose sayings?
Okay. How about if I give you a sentence and you guess the meaning?
Okay.
Working with Tom is no bed of roses.
That means working with Tom is not good.
Right. Why?
Well, I imagine a bed made up of thousands of rose petals. It would be soft and lovely smelling. Really perfect. So if working with Tom is not like that, it must not be good. 那 a bed of roses 满床的玫瑰肯定是非常好的嘛，那相反肯定就是表达不好的意思，对吧？
Yeah, it's like saying working with Tom is not great. But what we mean is that actually it's terrible.
So dealing with traffic in the mornings is no bed of roses.
Right, perfect. And it's not as common, but you can use it in a positive way too. Maybe
dating Tom Hiddleston would be a bed of roses.
That's the Loki guy from the movies, right?
Yeah.
Well, sure, you can use bed of roses like that.
Okay,
here's another one. It's a quote from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet that we often use. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. But we usually shorten it to a rose by any other name.
Why shorten it?
Well, it's so well known that once you say the first part, everybody knows the rest, so you don't need to finish it.
I see. So how it used?
Well, in Romeo and Juliet, the two families were rivals, and Juliet's family did not agree for her to be with Romeo. So Juliet says, a rose by any other name would still smell as sweet. Basically what it means is that what matters is what something is, not what it's called. She's saying Romeo's family doesn't matter. She would still love him regardless.
I see. 那其实这一句的原句呢，就是来自于莎士比亚的《罗密欧与朱丽叶》，它的原意呢就是玫瑰即使不叫玫瑰，依然芳香如故。So it means the names of things do not affect what they really are.
Yeah. So we might use this when someone is talking about not being sure about buying something because it's not a well-known brand name, or maybe something like a guy who works at a low job but is a good man.
Maybe Tom Hiddleston would say that about me.
Sure, yeah, that's entirely possible.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one.
No more Shakespeare.
Okay, I promise. Every rose has its thorns.
Every rose has its thorns. I guess that means nothing is perfect.
Right. No matter how perfect something seems to be, there will always be a flaw, especially with people.
对，那这一句习语的意思就是说，每朵玫瑰都是带刺的。那实际表达呢，就是没有什么东西是完美的。I think I've heard this before, but I can't remember where.
Well, it was a big song from a hair metal band in the late 80s called Poison.
Hair metal?
Yeah. It was a style of heavy rock music that was, mostly terrible, and the band members all seemed to have long and big hair.
Is that really used? Like, if I ask someone about hair metal, would they know what I'm talking about?
Well, if they're old enough to remember the music, sure.
Well, I think we're out of time.
Every rose has its thorns.
What's the rose?
Our podcast, of course.
And the thorns?
That it has to end.
Hello, welcome to Morning English. 早安英文呢是一个为大家免费提供英语教学的频道，每天都会更新。如果你想获得关于英语听说读写的内容，我们都会在这个频道更新。我们的目标是帮助全球的华人学好英语。如果你觉得还不错的话，记得给我们订阅哦。另外，点开小铃铛，这样的话就不会错过其他任何学习视频啦。对了，如果你想获取本节课的完整版笔记，在视频简介或者评论区领取哦。你也可以给这个视频点赞，点赞就相当于自动保存啦。
So thanks for listening. This is Colin.
This is Jen. See you next time.
Bye.